Welcome to your next lesson where we'll explore how you can utilise Fusion 360 to turn your 2D sketches into 3D shapes. Fusion 360 offers the same 3D modelling toolset as you would find with SolidWorks, including Extrude, Revolve and Fillet, although Fusion separates these, as you saw in the sketch video, into Create and Modify sections. Also, within this same toolbar, you have your Assemble commands, which again gives you everything you need in one place. As in the sketching video, and for all toolbars in different workspaces, you can also customise your toolbar and add or remove commands either here or on your shortcut menu based on your preferences. In general, Fusion 360 aims to provide a more intuitive and user-friendly approach when creating your designs. One instance is to group similar commands, then subsequently selecting the respective action you wish to take. For solid modelling, this is no different. And one example is where you do not need to separate extrude and cut commands, as you do in SolidWorks. Rather, we utilise one command, then let you select whether this is joined, cut, or intersected with an existing body or component. Also, here you can opt to create a new component or body, meaning you're not limited to Boolean tasks, and can create new geometry based on existing, which ties in with Fusion 360's top-down modelling approach. Fusion will also automatically select the appropriate action based on where you drag the sketch feature. As here, we can see it changing from join to cut based on whether I'm moving away from or into the body, saving you some time by not having to manually select the preferred option. I'll also add to this, you can quickly select which objects are affected by the cut action using the drop down, then selecting or deselecting those you wish to perform the action on. Sketches are also automatically hidden after creating a 3D object, but can easily be made visible again by selecting the visibility icon in your sketches drop down. One useful tip regarding pattern commands is that you can select or deselect features you want included or excluded respectively, helping you to further improve your design workflow by reducing design time. With other parametric modelling systems, you may have found yourself having to reuse the pattern or even mirror command to achieve a similar result. Finally, using the shortcut Q key brings up the press pull command, which automatically detects whether you need an offset, extrude, or fillet command based on the selected geometry. Of course, you can select these commands independently, although with commonly used ones such as these, I find myself frequently using the Q shortcut. And as always, you can find any commands appear in the timeline, giving you the power to edit at a later date should you need to make any changes. We find this approach with a less cluttered workspace, single commands with multiple options within, and intuitive actions provides a cleaner and more efficient 3D modelling workflow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.